Yo, 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 yo. Last Warrior Gaming back again with another episode of the GTA roleplay series, Warriors Operation Syndicate. Um, this is a continuation from the very last vid. Due to technical difficulties, we had to cut the vid midstream. So we're going to continue off from the story point there. Essentially, um, Ultimate's bodyguard Siberia is driving the limo, as you can see, and Ultimate is calling the leader, the meeting with all the gang leaders together. They rode around the limo, picked everybody up. He's explained the general gist of the meeting as far as things he needed to tell the leaders, and now he's about to inform them on the plans for the future as they ride out to Paleto Bay. If you want the full story, check the very last video. If you want to know what the whole storyline is about, of course you need to go back to the very first video in the series uh, on Last Warrior Gaming channel. So with all this stuff said, let's continue with the role play. Yeah, you gentlemen seem quite confused when I said we're heading out to Paleto Bay. But now that I've discussed the general topics of conversation, getting everybody on the same page, now I can discuss future plans, which is taking us out to Paleto Bay. As you know, pretty much all the territories in the city, everything is locked down. I had to move on to new things, take over more area, more territory, so we have to move north. And that's why we're heading out to Paleto Bay. We're establishing, or World Warrior Operations is establishing a foothold in the Paleto Bay and the Sandy Shores areas. So I need all of you guys on board. Each one of you leaders, the leader of the Lost, leader of the Vagos, leader of the families, leader of the Ballers. I need all you guys on board with me and moving further north. Now I know the Lost, y'all guys kind of operate up here already, but we need more coverage. We need more of a foothold in this area. This place has lots of untapped potential, so we need to get up here and take this place over. All this territory. And also there's a lot of resources out here that we can use too. I myself am going to be looking at some of the businesses around here, and I'm going to start buying the businesses up to keep clean money coming in. You guys can come in and do the street work. You know, you guys do what you do best. Same thing you guys do on Grove Street, the same thing you guys do, you know, everywhere else. It's the same thing you can be doing out here, but I have to establish a foothold first. I have to come out here, buy some businesses, get some clean money coming, and get a feel for this area. Yeah, go ahead and run this light. And then from there, we can take this whole area over and also move towards Sandy Shores too. We have ammunition out here, you can see, and a couple of other businesses. But this is the plan. We're gonna come out here. I want you guys, leader you these individual gangs, I want you to start sending people out here. Claim some territory out here and get to work. Lots of resources. There's hotels out here. You have to watch out for the sheriff's department back there. Those guys, they will be keeping an eye out, so it's not a free-for-all. But yeah, we have the Cluck and Bell factory, which is a definite resource, because as you can see, we're next to the train line, as well as we have big rigs constantly moving through here. We could ship a lot of stuff in big rigs besides just Cluck and Bell food. if you know what I mean. So if I could buy this factory, it'll definitely be a large base of operations for us to get a lot done. A lot of trucking is going through here. Trucks full of supplies. Be nothing to knock these trucks over and take whatever they got. Had these guys under our thumb. We have the Ron gas station over here. And this is also a good meeting spot for the truckers. Besides having access to fuel, this place has plenty of it. Possibilities are endless out here. Just look around. Oh yeah, we had an auto shop out here. So many resources. Like I said, I need you guys to start sending representatives from your gangs out here. Take over, take a block, take some territory. Start doing what you guys do best. I want this place locked down. I need you guys making profit out here. Because the more profit you make, the more I make. I'm definitely looking into buying some businesses out here. There's homes for sale, everything. The main business that I have an eye on is the hen house. It's their club, their strip club for this area. Have an inn here. I'm planning on buying those guys out real soon. That's definitely going to be a meeting spot for us. Yeah, go ahead and run this light. No problem. Yeah, you paying attention to all the stuff I'm saying, Siberia? Yes, sir. I'm all ears. You're my lieutenant, so you're gonna have to have an eye on everything that's going on. All you guys answer to Siberia when I'm not around. He might be driving the limo, but trust and believe he's just not a chauffeur. This guy's my lieutenant. He's my second in command when I'm not around. Yes, the hen house. I think I'll be buying this place real soon. And this is going to be our base of operations until we spread out a little further. Like I said, you got to be careful of the cops out here. The sheriff's office is right up the street. And I mean, they keep this place under lock and key. I'm pretty sure they know we planning on advancing on this area and taking over, so they're going to be ready. But that's okay. Not worried about them at all. Drive through the neighborhood, Siberia. I want to see what the houses around here look like. You guys don't have a house out here? You might want to consider buying one. A lot of nice property out here. We got to take this place over. We got to establish a foothold. A strong enough foothold to where these Toledo Bay sheriff deputies can't run us up out of here. We establish a strong enough foothold in this area. They'll be too scared to mess with us. But yeah, this is the future. Taking over this area. Oh yeah, there's the bank. The bank is off limits. None of you guys go in there and try to rob the bank or anything stupid. I'm planning on setting up a good working relationship with that bank, with clean money and clean business deals. So don't mess with the bank. Not unless you're given the order to. But yeah, this is the future right here, you guys. So get your plans together, get your tactics together, get your strategies together. Because this is what we're doing next. I've also made connections with the altruist camp up in the mountains through a good friend of mine, Trevor. And I got eyes on the homeless encampment up the road. Those places can be resources out here. albeit very unusual resources. They're still resources. So yeah, we'll be taking supplies and dropping supplies off to not only the altruist camp, but also to the homeless camp up the highway. And of course, that's the sheriff's office. We're not worried about them though. Take the dirt road. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, take in the sights, gentlemen. This is what our next project is. Taking over Paleto Bay, and then we're gonna move on to Sandy Shores. Keep branching it out. And we have Trevor out there as a contact, so he's gonna be the lieutenant out there in that area for the most part. But yeah, there's nothing we can't accomplish at this point. We're gonna grow this thing into something big. You guys listen to what I say. Keep your people and your respective gangs on board. We'll all be millionaires when this is said and done. And as the leaders of these gangs, you guys got to think like businessmen. I'm putting you on to some new stuff. You guys get that much money, you guys will be able to walk away from all of this crap. Become legit businessmen if you want to be. Clean up everything. Clean all the money up. Walk away scot-free. Hand the stuff over to somebody else. You got to think on a higher level, because y'all guys can't do this forever. Trust me. I know. So, gotta play it smart. But I think that is pretty much it, gentlemen. Any questions? Well, as I've said, now you know what the future plan is. Where to? Make a left. We're not quite done with our tour. I want these gentlemen to see the full potential that this area has to offer. Like I was saying before, World Warriors operations, you guys answer to us. Ballers, Vagos, the Lost. You answer to us, you pay us. World Warrior operations, we don't get our hands dirty with street work, with street crime. We don't touch or deal with drugs, prostitutes, robbing stores, none of that petty stuff. We don't do that. That's what we have you guys for. That's your work. That's your job. That's how you get your cut of the money. You guys have made much more money under World War operation than you ever did on your own in your respective gangs. But I'm going to point out some valuable resources to you guys to help you in your street work. Like I said, we're executive branch. War operations, we don't get our hands dirty with that kind of stuff. We have our own ventures we're working on. But I'll put you on to some resources here. The Donkey Punch Family Farm. You see this farmland? Now I already know what you guys are thinking. You guys that like to grow and sell all the drugs and manufacture, well, you have the means to do that out here. Look at this. See this farm? See how expansive this place is? You could grow anything you want to, cultivate anything you want to, and make so much money. Like I said, World Warriors operations, we don't touch this stuff. Well, we know that you guys, this is what you specialize in. So, yeah. Just letting you know, this is what you have available to you. Play your cards right and be smart. You guys could easily take this stuff over and have an endless revenue generator, making lots and lots of money. And like I said, the more money you guys make, the more money I make. So I'm definitely interested in you guys making profits. Be careful there, Siberia. You about to drive us off the edge. Oh, I'm sorry. Real narrow back here. Yeah, I know. Just take it easy. Try not to kick too much dirt up on the limo, too. No problem. But yeah, back to what I was saying. This place is massive. Out here in the country, further up north, there's so much farmland and stuff. You guys could literally grow and manufacture any type of drugs you want to sell in the streets. Warriors operations, we don't touch drugs, we don't touch the prostitutes, we don't do none of that stuff. We have you guys to do all that kind of work, but I will guide you in the right direction on the resources. I will put you on the path to making the money, but it's up to you to put in the work, the elbow grease. If I did it for you, I might as well be working for myself. Sorry about that. It's okay. Just be careful. We just got this limo. Yeah, I know, my bad, my bad. I got a little careless there, a little sloppy. Drive up to the homeless encampment. No problem. Yeah, while we out here, I want you guys to see the homeless encampment too, because irregardless if they're homeless or not, that could be a prime recruiting spot. You go in there, offer them people some stuff, you might be able to convince them that working, not now, Brucey, handling business. And you can convince these people, some of these people in the homeless encampment, to work for you. Who knows what a valuable tool they could be. They could hide stuff for you, they could ship stuff for you. I mean, heck, you give them guns, you might can have some extra guns. I mean, some extra gunners on your side, who knows, but there's a resource back here. Check out the signs. They might not seem like they would be into our type of activities, but trust me, everybody has a price. And hey, if you need their assistance and they don't want to hand it over, you can force their hand if necessary. That's all up to you, your own discretion. As long as it doesn't bring any heat back to World Warrior operations, it's really inconsequential, to be honest. These people are pretty reclusive, kind of like that altruist camp. But I'm not going up there. Everybody knows that the altruist camp has been rumored about for many, many years. They're pretty much, they're cannibals, a bunch of naked cannibals who have stockpiles of weapons and stuff at their disposal. And I mean, that's pretty much correct. I know about them, and I also have talked to Trevor about those guys, because he's really connected with them, doing different dealings. They do have resources, and believe it or not, they do have wealth. Those guys have gold and silver and everything up in that place, besides food, ammo, guns, and everything. I mean, they're on some other stuff. They're space cases. They're real weird, and they're into some real nasty, weird stuff. But they definitely are a resource. But I usually deal with them through Trevor or through someone else. I kind of don't like dirtying my hands with those guys, because they're psychos. Okay, they're I mean, type of psycho that will like literally keep you prisoner and eat you alive or something. So that's a warning too. You might want to stay away from the altruist camp if you're not conducting some business with them, and that you know it's on the up and up. I wouldn't just show up at their camp door knocking. Probably not a good idea. Where to, Unc? Siberia, the meeting's pretty much done. I think I've educated everybody on everything to get everyone up to speed. So now it's time for celebration. Take us to the club. Let's go to Vanilla Unicorn. Gotcha. Yeah, also I'll put you guys on notice that my nephew Siberia, who's driving, he is one of my lieutenants. He does have full authority when I'm not present. So you might want to listen to anything he says or any advice he gives. If he shows up with the orders or demands, you do everything you can to meet whatever he says. Because not only will I handle it when I find out if anything goes wrong, but he'll probably handle it himself, and he's not as calm or laid back as I am. He can be a hothead, and that could be bad news for making him mad. So if you guys see him, you might want to just fall in line. And if you have any issues, get in touch with me, and I'll deal with it from there. Well, yeah. Any lieutenant or commanding officer of World Warrior Operations has authority. I don't care if it's one of my lieutenants, one of my sergeants, anybody I send. All of you guys need to fall in line. Let your people know. They might not like it, oh well. And if any of your guys, Ballers, Vagos, Lost MC, if any of your people buck up against my guys are going to waste them. That's just the way it's going to be. War Warriors Operations are the executive branch of this whole empire. We are in charge. We are the leaders. We call the shots. And anybody that buck up against us is going to feel the wrath. That's just the way it's going to be. Everybody needs to know their place and their position in this organization. This isn't a free-for-all. We got to keep this thing orderly and progressive so we can make money. This is about making money. This is a money-making venture. Money, status, wealth, power, prestige. Now, if you choose to waste it or do whatever you want to with whatever you get, that's your choice. But I'm just trying to educate you guys, leader to leader and businessman to businessman. Do you want an empire? Or do you want to get quick cash and eventually wind up in Bolingbroke prison the rest of your life? I mean, it's up to you. They put me away in Bolingbroke, and I was in there for 10 years, but I was supposed to never get out again. When those cops from Paleto Bay busted me, I lost almost everything. Now you can see I've only been out a matter of months, and I've already taken the city back over, while also keeping my hands clean. Can't nothing be traced back to me. That's a lesson in strategy, intelligence, tactics. But yeah, I had life sentences on me. I had charges beyond belief. But between all the money I had, all the people I know, my connections, I only did 10 years in Bolingbroke and got out. Took the city right back. Still in the process of taking the city, but the city is pretty much mine again. Learn a lesson from my experiences. You guys go to Bolingbroke, you don't have the connections I have, the resources, the money, the network. You guys will never get out. So you not only do you need to play it smart, but you need to be teaching your people to play it smart. All the members of your gangs that you got out there hustling for, you're in the streets grinding for you. You need to teach them intelligence, teach them to play things smart, so they don't get locked away with the key tossed and never get out again. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Bolingbroke is not pretty. The place is as savage as it can get. Only reason I made it out of there without misplaced hair on my head was because of who I was. When I hit that place, I had instant respect. But that's not that way for it's not that way for everybody. But yeah, enough about me and enough of all that stuff. Let's get to the vanilla unicorn and have some fun. It's time to celebrate, gentlemen. Celebrate a successful meeting, successful business ventures, and a bright future ahead for our city. The world is ours, but we're going to start with the city first. First order of operations I want is for you two. Yeah. Leader of the ballers and leader of the families. I want you each to make sure you send at least one representative out, someone strong, to Paleto Bay. And work on getting some operations going up there to where you guys can make some money. Hit the streets. It's not necessarily my responsibility to completely supply you guys. You guys have your own supply lines. But if necessary, if you need supplies to get started, let me know. I'll make the proper arrangements. Guns, body armor, ammo, anything like that, vehicles. You need that stuff, let me know. I'll make sure it happens. But I want you guys to get at least one representative from your respective crews out there and get them to establishing themselves in this network. Because you have to establish that network in order to get your net worth. So that'll be the next item up for you guys. The rest of you, I'll be in touch with you about what I need from you later. The Lost MC, you guys are definitely going to be an asset because you already have foothold in Paleto Bay and also more so further up north past Sandy Shores. So yeah, it's about to get beyond and popping. Posting up. Area secure. Everyone's clear to enter. Thank you, Siberia. Alright, fellas. Let's hit this club and celebrate. Alright, everyone's inside, Siberia.
No guns in here, okay?
Listen. You work for my uncle, which means you work for me. He owns the club. I'll do what the hell I want to do. If you don't be careful, you're going to get your ass kicked onto your shoulders. I know what the hell I'm doing. Idiot.